Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mohammad Badruddin and hope you guys are doing well. This video and its content are only for educational purpose and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. So, as you know, I'm covering a series of Web Security Academy from PostSwigger, and today I'm going to solve another Lab 5 from Access Control module of server-side topics. And this lab is going to be quite interesting and a bit different from the other labs because as we can see this lab is URL based access control can be circumvented. What is the agenda? This will admin panel at the path/admin, but a front end system has been configured to block external access to that path. However, the backend application is built on a framework that supports the X original URL header. So before we jump into the lab, I'm going to talk about a bit about the HTTP headers because this lab is basically depend upon your knowledge on HTTP headers. Okay, so before that I just want to give you a brief introduction about the HTTP protocol. So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol and it comes in the stateless protocol category because it is independent. So whenever you open the browser and visit some website, so it means you are using most of the time HTTP or HTTPS protocol. The difference between HTTP and HTTPS protocol is only that HTTPS is very secure and the content, the data uh, flowing between client and server is going to be secure with the encoding and encryptions, right? So HTTP protocol basically used to communicate between the web servers and the web client, and the data sent between the server and client has two major parts. The first is HTTP request and the second one is HTTP response. So in HTTP request and response we have two major parts, that is headers and body. Okay, so I want to show you headers. So we have this and let's go to the lab and we can also start the burp suite, but let it finish. Okay, so I turn on the proxy setting on my browser and let's say I'm going to home page. Okay, and here we got something. This is the HTTP request and this one is response. So in request what we are seeing here is the HTTP request header. So in this header, first of all we have the method, the second thing we have is the path, and the third one is protocol. Okay, so as you know guys, there are many methods for the HTTP. The first one is get method and that method is used to retrieve the data. Post method is used to submit the data. Put method is used to update the data that is already on the server, and delete method is to delete the data, and a few more are there. Okay, after that we have many components in the request header like content type, content health, authorization, user agent, referrer, URL, accept encoding, accept language. Okay, so as you can see here, second one is host, the third one is cookie and session. Inside cookie there is a parameter session. So this is basically to manage the sessions. Okay, user agent, because I'm using the Mozilla Firefox and my operating system is Linux. So if you use another browser or another operating system, then this will be different. So accept, like what kind of data you can accept, okay, like text, HTML, application, XHTML. Sometimes you will found application slash Java. So with this, the server will know, okay, you know this time this kind of understanding of the data. So when you send it, then server will response you according to this. The language I'm using is English, and accept encoding gzip and deflate. So sometime you will found different encoding here, okay. So when you send this request and server see this request and the encoding type, so server will know, okay, you can read data with the gzip and deflate encoded. Fine. Refer URL is there, and TE connection is closed. So there are many more components are there with the HTTP for the HTTP headers. And why I'm telling this today, because today we are going to use some non-standard header. Some HTTP server requires a specific non-standard header when they receive files. For example, they may require an HTTP header such as xtransmit ID. The HTTP header extension is gateway, enables you to add such headers in HTTP request. So for receiving the file, as I said, we use xtransmit ID. Same here in this lab, they ask us to use X original URL. This is also non-standard HTTP header component. Okay, so we can search here and I can show you. There is a list of non-standard headers. Okay, so if you go down, standard header request field. Okay, so as you can see, we already see this part in our header before: authorization, connection, okay, content type, MD5. So these are the standard header. So many frameworks, they do not support non-standard, and there are some frameworks those support non-standard header. So in non-standard header, like X request with X forward for, so we will use later on X forwarded for header also. So if you wanna read about it, you must read about this, you must know about standard, and you must know the difference between standard and non-standard headers. So you can go into this, check this list, and you can read about it. I know it is kind of impossible to memorize everything, and you may know everything, you must know everything all the time. No. So a lot of time even I don't remember many things. So Google is my best friend, and for you too. So let's go here and we visit the home page by proxy. Also, I want to mention one more thing, that in this lab we don't have credentials, username or password. So we cannot do anything with the my account to log in username with the username and password, right? So as we can see here, we cannot access the admin page, right? And for my account, we don't have username and password, although we can use the credentials that we got before. So no username and password. Okay. Go to the home page again, come to the burp proxy. I want to see the page source if we get something. These are all the products. No, nothing interesting here. Okay, go to the, so as the lab already defines that we need to use, so how we can use, I want to tell you one thing. Like we have get and something like this admin. Okay, and the other thing is http/1.1. Okay, so this is the method we have, and other thing we have is path, and the next thing is protocol. Okay, like this. So what we can do, we can use this X original URL. Basically this is used to override. Okay, and we can use it like this admin or anything, any path where we want to switch, override the path. So I will trick the server. I will say, okay, I'm not going to the admin page. I'm just gonna visit the home page. Okay, and then I override the URL with /admin. Okay, so what it will do, the final output will become is like /admin and slash. So this slash, the last slash, is going to be the path here what we defined, and that the first path is this. So whatever we write here is gonna add after the X original URL path. Okay, so let's go, and I'm going to send this request to the repeater. Okay, send the, okay, these are the products and everything. Now what I am going to do, just put here X original URL colon, and let's say I'm going to admin. So when the request go to the server, it will see this /URL, the home path, so it will allow us to access, but then we override this path with admin, and this slash is going to come here, so /admin/, and it will allow us to access. See, we got the 200. Okay, and if you go down, this time we do not get the products here because we are in the admin panel. Okay, and we have two users. If you want to see this, we can go right click to the response part and click the show response in browser, copy this, go to the, and make sure you are connected with the proxy, and paste it here, enter. So we are in admin panel. Okay, we got the users, but if we delete any of these user, it will not delete. Why? Because this time the request sent is like, it's like this, is like this. Okay, so what servers see that, okay, this request is coming for this path to delete the Carlos user, but we are not authorized to do this. Okay, so again what we need to do, we can go here and trick the server again. What we trick, like we will set this username parameter equal to Carlos. Okay, this part I will put with the get method, and the rest of the part I'm going to put here delete. So what it will do, just copy these two lines, come here, paste. So what it will do, the result, final result will look like /admin/delete username is equal to Carlos. Okay, and if we are able to do to access this path or this request, then we got success and we will solve the lab. So let's go, hopefully it will be work. And this is, it seems very good because we got the redirection status code 302, and it is redirecting to the admin panel. So we can go back here, back, and if we refresh the same page, resend, Okay, so what we can do, it is already showing us that we solved the lab, but still we are seeing here two user because it is cached. So if you want to see this, whether the user is deleted or not, so I go to the back, and we are going to send the same request as before. To access the admin panel only, click send, and here let's see whether we have both users or only one. So as you can see, we have only one user, winner. And if you want to see this response on the browser, copy this, go here, make sure your browser have proxy on, enter, and only winner user is there. So we solved the lab, and I hope you understand about the HTTP headers and non-standard header component. This is very important for you guys if you are going to test the web applications. Okay, so if you like the content, if you find the content valuable, please like, subscribe, and share as much as you can, and watch the full video so that you will understand everything and how the process and how the flow goes going on. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.